What's going on, guys? Welcome back. As mentioned in the last video, my aunt hit me up and she said, hey, you got a package that came in. And at the same time, Dylan White, who sent me the package, messaged me this morning and asked if I had received the package today. And I did. So I'm going to head to my aunt's house, pick up the package. Today is going to be a clutch bleeding type of day. And hopefully we can start buttoning up the car, like put the radiator in and I don't know, maybe start it, get it back on the floor, and shit, man, I think I really want to hear this side exit. And also I want to see if the axles are going to work for me, and I know they should because that was the original axles that came out the car anyways. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to head over there right meow. Haven't even got around to cut and polishing this car out yet, but we know for damn sure that it's dried up. It's only a matter of time before we start touching it. But I got my package, so I was hanging out at my grandma's house with my cousin and my aunt, chopping it up a little bit. And then my buddy Brian hit me up. He's in my neck of the wood and wanted to grab something to eat, so I am meeting up with him now. And gonna chop it up with him a little bit. Not sure what time I'm gonna get back home. Famous Dave. What was that? What did you order? I don't even know. It just looked good. It had catfish, and I love fish. Yeah. Oh, it was like a starter sample platter, some shit like that. But we both got burgers each, and we're feasting on the appetizer, and now we're about to hit the main course, and then go. Dude, this catfish though is freaking bomb. This is Famous Dave. If you guys ever eat Famous Dave or have Famous Days, man, try it. Alright guys, so continuing the day from yesterday, I passed out super early after Famous Dave and ended up waking up a ton earlier this morning. And I edited videos before heading out here into the garage. So before we get the day started, I want to give a huge shout out to JBTUNED for reaching out to me and a ton of other channels, wanting to contribute to our builds and help us, you know, further get closer to our completion and have our things up and running. He said that if there was anything that I need, check out his web store and let him know, and he'll make it happen. Given that I've already done a lot of the things and bought a lot of the stuff beforehand, I told him all I need was a clutch line. So he sent me a clutch line with all of the fittings for the master and slave cylinders. I am truly thankful. You are the MVP in this video. And I want to give another huge shout out to Dylan White. His name is literally Dylan White on YouTube, and he reached out to me as well, and he sent me this package because he told me that he'd be truly blessed to be a part of the build. And ideally I was like, you know, I was gonna buy the unit anyways, but because I haven't bought it and because funds are really tight, you know, I told him that it would truly help me in this build process. So he sent me a brand new H22 slave cylinder for my car, and this is going to go into the car with the clutch line. We're going to bleed it, and hopefully we can get the hydro system to work before we get the car turned over. So I want to give a, like I said, man, another special shout out to JBTUNED and Dylan White for coming through and making this video possible. And yeah, we're gonna get installing this today. We got plenty of hours before it's dark, but first I need to get the car back on the ground so that way I could move it out of the rain, because it poured pretty heavy last night. I took a quick look inside the car, and sure enough, there's a pond. Hell, I might even go buy goldfish today just because I have a pond in there. got the car moved up and cleared from the edge of the canopy here, so that way I know water is not going to go through a door or the sunroof to start that puddle inside, and enough walkway for people to come in and out. So I installed the clutch line a few days ago. I wanted to tighten it down on the master before I threw the dash on, so I'm gonna throw that clip in right now. If you guys seen the last video, I don't have electricity right now, so I do want to get my dash put in at least, and I can't do that without installing this first. And with that being said, I am going to install this now. So right here we have my custom DIY hydro conversion, and it is mounted in place, ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna route this back outside because we are done painting the engine bay. He gave me the fittings to go with it. He gave me 2 styles, I believe, and this right here I believe goes into the slave on the transmission, which is the same one that actually comes out of here. And this one is the banjo style, so technically this was supposed to go in place of that. And then it has its -3 right here, and then pretty much shoots the line out that way. Alright, so that's tightened up, and my line pretty much goes between the steering column, and then it is going to shoot over, pretty much go through that hole right there under the fuel line itself, going outside. And here is the line coming out the firewall right there, and it's all tightened up over there. The reservoir is hooked up. If you look at the holes, they are like perfectly lined up, unlike this one right here where you can see the difference about ½ an inch or ¼ of an inch. Again, huge shout out to Dylan White, and also huge shout out to JBTUNED. I am probably going to thank you guys throughout this whole video during the whole process of installing and bleeding the system. Just using regular brake fluid. I've used them in all of my cars without any type of issue. Wait, where the f is my screen? Whatever. I'm gonna pump the clutch, get the fluid going through, and then I'm gonna double check for leaks before we start the initial bleeding at the slave. So I had the valve open when I was pressing on the pedal to get the fluid through the whole system. I've already did a second fill. You can see here in the bottle it has the brake fluid in it, so I reclosed the valve. We know that the line now has fluid in it, and I checked under the dash. We are not leaking. We are also not leaking there, so that's a good sign. Now I am going to do the same bleeding process like I did with the brakes. I'm going to use my bar. I'm going to pump the clutch probably like say 5 times, and then I'm going to wedge it between the seat, and then I'm going to come here and quickly open the valve to bleed it, and I'm going to do it several times until the clutch feels right. I'm going to do the first several, then I'll set up the camera, and hopefully we can try to capture some movement. Hopefully there's some movement there. Brake's pretty solid. Clutch is pretty good. I may have to adjust the pedal play a little bit, but I won't know just yet until we get the car turned on, fluid in the transmission, and throw it in gear, take it for a drive or something to know where my engagement adjustment should be at. But we are done here. we are done there, and possibly install the radiator. Don't go chasing waterfall. Oh fuck, it's freaking clogged. My brother's so freaking lazy to change his windshield, and it's leaking right there. Pretty sure his car's gonna get all soaked up too, but you know what? It ain't my car. This weather is so random. When I was a young kid, I was fascinated by water and like streams and stuff. I still am, but like now that I'm older and you know, knowing that there are like clear rivers and shit. Back before the creek was infested with homeless people, I used to go down into the river and like play with the water and stuff. But maybe some point in time I'll go to a nice place where there's like crystal clear water and stuff, kind of like paradise. But as of right now, all we can do is keep dreaming. I used to float my little boat and meet Pennywise on the other side. Hiya, Dana. So I was gonna use a custom radiator that I built that's incomplete, but because we're on crunch time, I'm not gonna sit here and try to make that work. I'm probably gonna do it later. Right now, this radiator works just fine. I had to remove these mounting points on the bottom because the traction bar folded the stock mounting point up, and it's kicking this radiator a lot higher. Right now it closes just fine. I may trim the web a little bit just to ensure that it will close, although it does close. Making custom brackets right now because, like I said, this sits a little bit taller. So with the stock bracket, even with knocking out this rubber, it still doesn't sit close to the mounting point. So I'm making my own right here. It looks like a dick, but I'm gonna trim it, get the nice curvatures on there, make it look nice, and then I'm gonna make another one right here, which is gonna bolt to that 10 mil right there, and then the radiator will be stabilized. I think I'm gonna keep it aluminum, not sure, may paint it black, I don't know. Done and done. So this was the original hose for the upper, and you can see it was kinked like crazy, right? It was like this because the radiator is offsetted from the cylinder head inlet coolant, and sometimes it pays to hoard shit. So I got a bunch of hoses right here. This is a single cam. This one came off my RSX. It's a tad bit bigger for this guy here, but I've successfully before cut a smaller hose, stick it inside, and then clamp it down enough to where you don't break this plastic, and holds coolant just fine. So the bend that I need is, dang it, it was like one of these or something like that. So I'm gonna start trimming, fix this upper coolant hose, and move on to something else. So I got a little eager. I overlooked everything. Everything's connected 100. Plugs on the inside is hooked up. I added all the grounds, sanded down the paint so we can make a connection. Radiator, it's not filled. Same goes for the transmission because I don't have fluid just yet. Probably gonna go snag some tomorrow. I got the car backed up, charging off the CRV, and the battery pack is almost done charged as well, so I can give it that extra kick. But I'm curious to see how the unequal length header is going to sound. But man, the engine bay has like gotten a huge overhaul, and if I'm like standing right here, I can already like get that image of the CRX being the smoke gray color. So I'm excited to start painting this once the car is like mechanically sound. And the plan is like, I'm gonna schedule to dyno the car, and you know, obviously I'm not gonna do that until I know the car sounds, runs good, and everything is, you know, buttoned up. And during the time of the dyno date, and you know, in between, I'm gonna start doing the body work here and there and get it you know, kind of like semi prep for paint, because I'm not gonna do some heavy body work like this right here. I'm just gonna sand it down. This right here, I'm gonna try to smoothen it out. Everything else is just a full scuff, and then like maybe pop that out a little bit. But yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a little bit of a charge and see if I can't crank this mother sucker over. YOLO, whatever. Oh, you're awake now. That means I can attempt to turn on the car, yeah? Okay. Now, we did the fuel line and never tested it, so we want to make sure we aren't leaking. Let's try this real quick. What the hell? My cell light's not coming on. But I can hear the main relay. Oh, I can hear the fuel pump. Where's my cell at? Ah, fucker. Okay, well, let's check the fuel. If the fuel pump's working. Doesn't look like it's leaking. I'm gonna prime it one more time. If it's priming. Check the engine bay. No, I don't smell no fuel. I don't see any fuel. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Set up the tripod real quick. This GoPro is pretty cool. The GoPro stick or Go Stick, whatever you want to call this, has a tripod on the bottom. So screw it on the stick here. Spread out them legs and see if we can turn this car on. Extra boost. I know there is no transmission fluid in there right now, but I just adjusted the rod a little bit, and clutch pedal down, first gear, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse, and if I just put it in first and release right off the floor, woo, this thing wants to move. And the brakes, oh, it is responsive. Loving it. Car is pushed back up because I am going to be wrapping it up for today. The car fired, the car bled out all the cooling system, and it sounds amazing. So in my books, today was pretty successful. With that being said, I am going to close the garage early today. I know there's still daylight. I know there's a ton more things to do, but I need transmission fluid. It's already too late to go buy it. It's just small stuff left to button up, and we'll be done with pretty much everything under the bay other than rerouting the intake for the headlight. And hopefully tomorrow we'll move inside the car and I want to install something that was sent to me, so you guys are gonna have to wait for that. With that being said, guys, I want to give another huge shout out to your boy JBTUNED for coming through with that clutch line, and also a huge shout out to Dylan White for contributing a brand new slave cylinder for my transmission. Everything seems to be working out 100, and I can't thank you guys enough. You guys made this video possible. I'm gonna go inside. I'm going to enjoy a movie, hopefully. And if you guys enjoy the startup as much as I did, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. A lot more is coming now that the car is up and running. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.